Good morning. I'm on my way to Ocala, Florida, where there's a cosmetology school where my nephew is a student. So he is going to do my hair today. So even though I don't normally make videos while I'm driving, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's no traffic, and I just want to make this quick video like my before picture, and then I can show you the after. So anyway, when you're in a school like that, and I know this from dental hygiene school, you don't just do whatever you want with patients or clients. You have a list of requirements you have to check off. So I don't know if that's what it's like for him, but I have told him, you can cut my hair, you can perm my hair, you can color it, you can do anything you want to my hair because of two things. First of all, hair always grows back out, right? And second of all, let's be honest, it could only be an improvement over this, which is, you guys must wonder why doesn't Patty Ann do anything to try to look a little bit better? But I used to have nice hair, but yeah, that's a long story. I was going to a hairstylist who was in my son-in-law's, kind of like in the music family. That's how I heard of her. My daughter went to her. She was the percussionist in my son-in-law's British brass band. I'll tell you about that someday. They were big time. They competed internationally. He's like one of the finest euphonium players in the world. Seriously. Anything he does to perfection. That's just the kind of, he's a race car driver too. Anyway, this lady kept dyeing my hair red. And like the third time I went in there, I had an appointment that day with my daughter too. She was getting her hair trimmed, but she wasn't there yet. So I told this hairstylist firmly but politely, because she was a redhead. I told her, I don't have anything against red hair. I think it's beautiful. But when I grew up, I had pale blonde hair. And that's what I'm used to, and that's what I like, and that's what I want to cover my gray with, that color. I was painstakingly going into detail with her, right? So she colors my hair, and when she's done, and when it's wet, the color looks really dark. Like if it's blonde, it might look brown until it dries. So she takes the towel off, and I look in the mirror, and I'm looking at dark burgundy hair, and I'm like, oh my God, it's red again. And so she must have seen the look on my face, because she said right away, well, I just added a touch of red because you needed that for warmth. And I'm thinking, why didn't she tell me this when we were having the discussion? So I could have told her, thanks, but no thanks. It's like she gave me no choice. And that was, I still paid her. I still tipped her because it was awkward. She's in the music family, and I don't want to start anything. So I just never went back to her. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll try coloring my own hair. So I went to the grocery store. I was researching it, Google, like trying to figure out, so I could try to do a halfway decent job. So I got some product, maybe Lady Clairol, I don't remember, and I picked the shade of blonde that I wanted, and I did my hair, and guess what? It looked really good. I'm not just saying this to brag. I'm just saying it came out so nice. It cost me $9 instead of $150. So I started doing that at home, but this dye is like semi-permanent. It washes out. So I had to keep redoing it, and I think the coffee has kicked in. I'm really being a jabberjaw. Sorry, I don't know that anybody wants to see me talking about my hair. My hair. That's a line from Oh Brother, where George Clooney was obsessed with his hair and Depardan wax, and he wore a hairnet when he slept, and when he woke up, must have really even dreamed about his hair, because when he'd wake up, he'd go, my hair. So anyway, I'm talking about my hair. Well, anyway, after a while, I was really reading stuff about chemicals in hair dye, and that it's not the healthiest thing. And that was kind of starting to bother me a little bit. And then that's when I got cancer. And I just decided that I'm just not going to color my hair anymore. I'm just going to see what happens. But my specific types of chemo, only 15% of people on them lost their hair. So I had a very high chance that I wouldn't lose my hair. But I had kind of, I think you hope for the best, but prepare for the worst so that's not a shock or a disappointment. So I just thought, well, if I lose my hair, I'm just going to see how it grows back in, because I've heard after chemo, if you had straight hair, it might come in curly, or if you had blonde hair, it might come in white, and I had been talking to my best friend, LaRuby, who actually you guys might get to meet her pretty soon. I have something in the works, but I don't know yet if it's going to work out or not. But anyway, she's so positive. She's so supportive. I remember her telling me she knew somebody who was going to lose their hair, and they had the best attitude, and they were just saying, and chemo's gift to me is I get a new hairstyle. And I just started thinking, that's how I'm going to look at this, really positive. So I actually found YouTube videos that taught you how to take an old t-shirt and make it into one of those head wrap things that cancer patients often wear if they're bald, just to protect their head from sunburn and stuff. So now I was really prepared for that, but then I didn't lose my hair. So I just kept cutting it to cut all the dyed part that I'd been doing myself at home, till finally it was all grown out. And that's where I am right now. And anyway, I want to do this video, even though I wouldn't normally do it when I'm driving, but I'm just doing it because it's going to be a before and after. So after he does my hair, I'll show you what happened. And here's the only good thing about Wendy not being arrested yet, because when she's arrested, I'm going to dye my hair pink. Not solidly pink, but like highlights. And I have two shades. I think it's called rose gold. It's more of a muted, almost a blondish pink. So I thought, well, that'll be subtle. But I also got like a medium pink. I don't know if I'm going to do both or one or the other, but I am going to dye my hair pink in honor of her getting arrested, just because it means so much to me that they're going to be held accountable, and I want to do something special to mark the occasion. But if she had been arrested already, I was going to have to go have my nephew do my hair with all these pink highlights that might mess him up. So lucky for my nephew Lukey, he does not have to deal with pink stripes in my hair. Okay. I am gonna go ahead and sign off, and when I'm back, I'll show you what happened.